everybody, happy Friday night! So last night, to get myself ready for my new job of selling cars, that is still really weird to say out loud, I decided to watch the movie Used Cars. It was fantastic, I loved it, and at the end of it I thought to myself, I learned everything there was to know about selling cars. But the more I thought about it today, the more I realized maybe that's not the case. So what's on the agenda for tonight? The goods. Live hard, sell hard.
DJ, this place is about to pop. Why don't you throw on some Charlie Daniels? Good call. You know I love it. Girl, won't you let me touch it? Put them in my face. That's them to the base. Nobody tells DJ Request what to play.
Okay, now I know everything there is to know about selling cars. The goods. Live hard, sell hard. Second time watching this movie. I watched it back in 2000 and God knows when this came out. 2009, I think this came out. Watched it first time back then and haven't seen it since. But since I'm getting into the car selling business, figured why not check this movie out for a second time. And I think I enjoyed it more the first time I watched it around, because this movie's enjoyable, as it says, from the guys behind Talladega Nights and Step Brothers, two movies that are much better than this one in my opinion. It's still a good movie, it's just not amazing. I think because of the storyline, maybe it's just not fantastic, but it definitely has some funny moments in it. Some really great characters. I mean, our main characters are great, but it has a bunch of the supporting cast of other car salesmen who are extremely hilarious. Some of them actually kind of overshadowing, in a way, our main cast. Some of them really stepping up their game and putting on a pretty good performance. So the movie's all about Don Reddy, played by Jeremy Piven here, who is kind of this like king of salesmen. And when your dealership's doing bad, you call him and his group in, and they come in and they move all your cars off your lot. So it's just what he does. He goes from town to town to town to town to town. He's been doing it for all these years now. And this is kind of the time, because it's coming off of a tragedy that happened in Albuquerque, where his best friend, Will Ferrell, died by jumping out of a plane for a sales stunt. And he's coming off of the heels of that, and he's kind of been rethinking things. He hasn't really been necessarily with it. So at this point, it's starting to happen all over again. He's starting to get kind of interested in a girl, and his mind's kind of getting off the game of selling cars, and it's Albuquerque all over again. It's kind of messing with him. So what ends up happening in this film is he just basically he learns that, okay, maybe it's time I finally settle down, meet the right girl, take over a dealership, just kind of set some roots, as opposed to just moving around and just selling cars and just doing what I've been doing for all this time. Maybe it's time to just plant some roots. So it's a pretty interesting movie. It's decent. It's got some very funny moments in it. I love DJ Request, probably my favorite character of this movie. He's hilarious. So definitely worth checking out. Even though I said I liked him on the first time, and at the second time around maybe I didn't enjoy it quite as much, that's not to say this is a bad movie. This movie has some great funny moments in it. The story, though it could have been better, is still good, and is definitely a strong film. So if you want to watch a decent comedy, I recommend checking this one out. Maybe not as good as Talladega Nights or Step Brothers, but still damn good nevertheless, and one to certainly see at least once. Good morning! I am headed off to my new job, which is a weird thing to say. I haven't had a new job in the last 14 years, the last 14 years of my life. It was head to work and just do the same thing over and over and over again, which I was kind of okay with. But now I'm headed off to a whole new job doing something completely different. So a little nerve-wracking, a little bit nervous about this, just because, I don't know the job, I don't know the people, I'm not situated, but I'm sure everything will be just fine, and once I get myself situated and kind of get the ball rolling, I'll be good. But as of right now, yeah, a little nervous, but like I said, I'll be just fine, I'm sure. Today's apparently going to be somewhat of an easy day. I'm just going to be shadowing some people and maybe like test driving some cars and just kind of getting the swing of things. I'll be doing that for the next, I think like 3 months, for the next like 90 days, are going to be training me. So should be interesting. So, all right, guys, let's head out to my new job and see what that's going to be all about. This traffic is so annoying. This happens every year around this time, just because of kids going back to school. I guess kids going to grade school or college or wherever they're going causes all this traffic. During the 3 months of the summer when school's not in session, this traffic is non-existent. This is only something that happens during the school year. So to all you school students, go home. You're my way. Well, all right, guys, it is insanely bright out here. I can barely see. I can't even see my viewfinder. It is so incredibly bright. But day one of work is over. Interesting, fun day. Definitely excited about that, but we'll talk about that more when I get back home and it's not warm out and we're not in the bright sun and we're not about to go into a store that I've been wanting to hit up. Again, I've been to this store before, but I've been wanting to hit it up ever since I started coming back out to this dealership, and that is Goodwill. This is a pretty cool Goodwill. It's somewhat new. I've been out here a few times before. You guys have seen me out here before, but I haven't been out here since I started my new job. So let's go in, see if they got anything good. So right away, things are looking pretty good as they actually have a decent amount of DVDs and CDs as well. The last few times I've been in here, they've been kind of lacking in the media, but this time around, looking pretty good. And right off the bat, come across some cool things, but cool things I already have, like CKY, Toy Story 3. I mean, these are all really cool, but I already have them all. And check this out, a brand new factory sealed copy of White Heat. Again, very cool, but I already got them. This, though, I did not have. Season 1 of Cougar Town. This I was interested in. It was only $2. I've never seen it, but for that price, I think I might grab it. And oh man, I was so excited to come across this. The soundtrack to the artist, great movie, great soundtrack. And are you kidding me? Come on, people, really? You're gonna steal this soundtrack? That is not cool. But at the very least, they had the 2-disc deluxe edition soundtrack to Frozen. That is awesome. And oh, come on! What? Why? Why? Well, at least all the discs for this were here. I've never seen this. I have no idea what this is. Apparently an old BBC show from the 70s. For those of you who live over in the UK, you can clue me in. Let me know. Is this any good? It was only $7. Looked pretty cool. So I picked it up. But look at this, guys. An old school turtle van. How awesome. I used to have this back in the day. As you can see, it's missing some pieces, but it was still really cool to see an old toy from my past. And the last thing I came across that I was interested in was this mini tripod. I already have one, but this one looks to be in better condition, so I think I'll pick it up. Well, alright, it's still incredibly bright out here, but I found some goodies, so let's go home, take a look at what I got. Alright, so before we talk about my first day of work, let's take a look at everything I picked up from Goodwill on the way home from work. So as you saw, the first thing I picked up was the complete first season of Cougar Town. I've never seen this. I know nothing about it other than what I read on the synopsis, but it was only $1.97, so I figured I would grab it. The synopsis did sound interesting. The little clips they show on the back looked interesting as well, but again, I really know nothing about this show, but I figured at the very least, if I don't like it, then it could just be Listia bait. I'm sure I'll make more than $2 back in points on Listia for this, but it is something I definitely want to check out. I am intrigued. I am interested. I want to see what this is all about. So leave a comment down below. Do you like this show? Do you not like this show? I want to hear your thoughts. Leave those comments. Let me know what you think of this show, because I will eventually get around to checking it out. And then I get something else I know nothing about. This was $6.97. That is Woodhouse or Wodehouse, Playhouse. How do you pronounce that? I'm absolutely not sure. But this is the complete collection of this series, I believe from the 1970s. A BBC series from the 1970s, I think, maybe. Again, I know nothing about this or what it is, but it's got all 6 discs. They were all in perfect condition. And again, it's a complete collection. I was intrigued, figured I'd pick it up, but again, I know absolutely nothing about this, so for those of you who are, in the UK, or maybe have just seen this show in general, leave a comment down below, let me know about this one as well. $7 seemed like a good deal, and hey, you know what, again, Listia bait if I don't like it, but I think I'm going to check this one out pretty soon, and I think I might like it, so I decided to grab it. And then the last thing I grabbed was a new tripod here, and this thing is so lightweight, I love it. I do already have a tripod, which is how you're watching it right now. I have my camera on my tripod, but my tripod is missing the little screw, so I can't put anything on it. I have it all set up kind of jerry-rigged right now. I don't like it that way. I want to be able to use that little screw right there, and it bothers me that mine is missing that. I believe it's called a foot, and mine is missing that. So that bugs me. This one has it. This is only $3, so I figured, yeah, $2.97. So I figured I'd pick it up to replace my other one. Let me see. Yeah, it's the same exact size. That is awesome. So this will definitely come in handy, and I think it's going to replace my other one, which is a little bit more beefier and heavier, but I don't need something beefy and heavy. And again, it's missing its little foot right there, so I need that. So very cool. Again, figure I'd pick it up for only $3. And there you go. That is everything I grabbed from Goodwill. Not the craziest haul, but that's pretty much the way it goes with this Goodwill. Thus far, I've gone in there a few times. Sometimes I've come up completely empty. Sometimes I found a few things here and there, but no huge, massive hauls from this Goodwill yet. Hopefully somewhere down the line, since I only work like right down the street from it, I'll definitely be hitting up this Goodwill more often. And hopefully at some point I'll come across some huge, awesome haul at this Goodwill, but only time will tell. So, all right, let's talk about my first day of work. All right, so let's quickly talk about my first day of my new job. And thus far, I'm thinking the job seems pretty cool. It's definitely going to be somewhat hard work. There's a lot of things I need to learn about cars. That's my only concern, is that I need to know like everything about the cars that are on the lot, and that could be a little difficult. I don't really know anything about cars. I'm not a car guy or anything like that. Cars are never anything I was really into. So I got to learn all kinds of new car jargon and all the new specs and all the cars and stuff like that. So a lot of things to memorize, but they're going to train me in that. So I'm hoping it'll just come to me. We'll see. So that's the only thing I'm like kind of nervous about, is learning all that stuff. But the job seems interesting. Really, all I did today was I had to do some stuff on the computer, and then I had to when I wasn't doing something on the computer, I had to basically shadow salespeople and just follow them around and see how they did stuff. So I got to take a couple test drives a day with some people, which is pretty cool. I got the test drive by myself, one of the new Beetles. Oh man, I want that car so bad. But I really wanted to test drive one of those, and the guy who was shadowing was like, here's the key. Go drive around. So I got to drive around by myself around town. That was pretty cool. So that was fun. But the job seems interesting. There's a lot of downtime, it seems. There's a lot of in-between time when customers are coming in, because it's not like customers are constantly pouring in. And there's a bunch of salespeople, so, it gets spread out. So somebody comes in and that salesperson takes it, and then maybe 20 minutes later, somebody else comes in, another salesperson. So, everybody's getting pawned off and switching up, talking to people. So it's not like a constant wave of people coming in necessarily. Maybe once like Saturday hits or something like that, or Friday hits, we'll see if that changes. But as of now, as of today, it wasn't a huge wave of people. Only like a handful of people came in. So it seems like there's a lot of downtime. Though in between sales, you are supposed to be calling people and whatnot, and catching up on emails and whatnot from like past clients and stuff. So there is stuff to do during your downtime, but it's from what I've been told by some of the other employees that you got some time to kill and just chill, which is pretty cool. And what I like about it is the time where you're not downtime, the time where you're trying to sell a car, it goes by really quickly because you're trying to sell a car. You're talking to clients, you're out test driving. It's not like you're just doing, like paperwork on your computer or something tedious and boring. You're talking to people. You're having conversations. That tends to make the time go pretty fast. All the times I was shadowing people today, and they were talking, they were having conversations, and I was getting involved in the conversations. We were out test driving. That time just went by so fast because you're just having fun doing that. So I think the job seems very interesting and very cool, and I'm definitely excited about it, and seems like a really fun job. But again, the only thing I'm really nervous about is learning all the information about the cars. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. It's not that I can't do it. It's just that it's just going to be a lot of information, and especially for somebody who really knows nothing about cars. So my work schedule this week is pretty simple. It's 9 to 5 every day, even Saturday. I've not worked a Saturday in 14 years. That's going to be interesting for me. At least it's only to 5. At least I only work like kind of half the day, so that's good. But then starting next week, for the next few weeks, my work schedule, Monday is 9 to 5. Tuesday I have off. I was kind of hoping to get Monday off. It would have been nice to have Sunday and Monday off, but whatever. But Tuesday's off. Wednesday I work 9 to 9. I work a 12-hour shift. That's going to be an interesting one. I wonder if I get two breaks or only get one break. I'm going to have to ask about that because I need food. So that's to be interesting. Thursday I work 9 to 5. Friday I work 9 to 7:30. I'm supposed to eventually get a short day, so I think my Fridays are going to become 1 to 7:30, which isn't nearly as bad. But right now, my boss wants me in every morning because they go over like stuff with the cars and all kinds of like all kinds of morning stuff. So he wants me there every morning. So I'm working like super crazy long days on Fridays as well. It is what it is. And then Saturdays I'm there from 8:30 to 5. So Saturdays aren't too bad either. So yeah, a lot of work, which is definitely something I need to get used to because my last job, it was not nearly that many hours, and I didn't really do much of my last job. So it's definitely a transition going from 14 years of doing very little work to to now, however many years or whatever I'm into this for, of doing lots of work, or maybe I shouldn't say lots of work, but your average work, the normal work that probably most of you do, most of the rest of the human race does. So I got to get used to that. So anyway, it is what it is, but still pretty cool, and the job seems very interesting. So as of right now, I'm still pumped and excited for this new job. It seems really cool, and yeah, again, I got the test drive appeal today. That was fun. I really want one, but they're not practical for me. I have a 2.5-year-old, really wouldn't be able to put the car seat in the back. It drives me nuts. They're not, they're not very expensive either. They're pretty cheap cars. I want one, but gotta be practical. My next car has to be something that I can fit a child into as well. So, oh well. But anyway, guys, so like I said, it was pretty cool. So, yeah, it's definitely something to get used to. I got a whole new schedule to get used to, and we'll see how it works for these videos. Hopefully everything goes well, and I can still pump out a video for you guys every single day. I don't see that being an issue, but again, we'll just have to play it by ear. So, all right, guys, with that, I'm going to leave you guys there. So, like I always say, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button, and you're going to get one. And if you want to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, one of many designs you could choose from, then head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com where you can get yourself one of these. And finally, if you would like to support new content, just show your thanks and appreciation for these videos and keep these videos coming your way, then head over to patreon.com/cinemasickness, where every tiny little bit helps. A single dollar really does help out, guys. And it also gains you early access to most of my videos. So again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.